Well, hello there, Sultan with you. It's been a while, been over a week. I just got back from the 21 convention, doing hair and makeup and doing all the interviews for the 21 report, exercising my journalistic skills and interview skills with over 30 people. So that was a lot of fun. One of the things I didn't do, I wasn't consistent with my carnivore diet when I traveled. It is very hard to do that. One night I went out for steak with my brother Tony. We both got ribeyes. And then at the hotel where I was staying for the conference, I ate as much protein and meat as I could. I got really bored. I wasn't real impressed with the restaurant there. In the mornings, it was eggs, bacon, sausage. I did not have biscuits. I did not have the gravy. And so I tried to stay true to that. In the evenings, I tried to have burgers or something like that. And I did eat the buns and the lettuce and tomato and onion and that kind of thing. And that was, actually I started feeling like shit. After being high protein, like carnivore-ish, high fat, low to no carb, then doing that, the bloating started happening, the gassiness, my sleep was affected, and it was like that for 12 days. Oh, what a drag. So this is new to me. So let me just recap a couple things about the carnivore diet. Number one, the first month, I didn't work out. I wanted to isolate the carnivore lifestyle and just see what, all by itself, what it would do. So I dropped about 12, 14 pounds the first month, not doing anything. Then I started working out because I was getting skinny fat, which means that I had loose skin and I looked thinner in my clothing, but when I took my clothes off, I just felt jiggly. So I started working out, got back into it after a month, strategically, because I wanted to see just what the carnivore diet alone would do. When I started working out, wow. I didn't do protein shakes because a ribeye is the ultimate protein shake and recovery tool. So I haven't done any supplements whatsoever. What has been the result? Nothing but muscle, nothing but gain. My pants falling off of me. I feel like $1,000,000. I'm getting size, but I'm slim, I'm trim. I've opted for a leaner look. Last year at this time, I was an XL in everything, 38-inch waist. Prior to that, I went down from I had some pants that were as big as 40 and 42, like jeans, and I would squeeze into a 38 and have a sport coat on, and that would kind of cover everything. I would untuck shirts to kind of hide my belly, and I looked okay because I always had an athletic kind of figure. I carried my weight well, but my lab numbers sucked. Had a doctor appointment, did my labs. The doc said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I didn't want to say what I was doing, but all my numbers were down. I'm off metformin, I'm off blood pressure, I'm off the baby aspirin. Those were the three big ones that I was taking. So I stopped taking everything. My blood pressure's fine. Everything is working good. I'm down to a medium in my shirts. I went from an extra large to a large, now down to a medium. But to you right now, looking at me, I probably look more muscular and more jacked than I did, but I'm actually smaller. That's weird, isn't it? I mean, I was an extra large, but now, as I'm looking at myself in this monitor, I look very athletic. And I am ripped underneath this, which is kind of fun, because it's been a long time since I've been shredded, many, 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 many years. But I'm smaller. I'm literally, my measurements, you put a tape measure around me and I'm much smaller than I was last year. But I look bigger. When you lose fat, your body looks bigger and more muscular. But this video is about my latest shopping trip. Now I went to the store because some people have asked about this. They said, isn't it expensive to be carnivore? So let me just show you my latest shopping trip. Latest shopping trip is, these are ribeye burgers. This is my dinner for tonight. So these are ground and made out of ribeye. They're about 20% fat. You want high protein, high fat and low carb or no carb. I find that low carb is better than no carb for me. That's what worked for me, and I've experimented with it. So this will be cooked probably in about 10 minutes. What else? I have this shredded beef, and this is really good. You throw this in a pan, you stir fry it, not till it's like gray and like shoe leather, and just throw a little Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce in there, grind some pepper in it, and this is a great meal. Now you got to remember, the mantra of the carnivore diet or low carb, high fat, high protein diet is eat meat, drink water. So I will have a big glass of water, a pint glass of water before I eat while I'm cooking. Just bump, 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 just down it. And then during my dinner, and this will be adorned with only Himalayan pink salt, and I will grind some coarse pepper on there. This right here is marrow bones that you find in the Spanish section. A lot of times they call them soup bones, but I found this in the Spanish section, and I like baking these at 450, or broiling them at 450, no, baking them at 450 for 15 minutes, and then I broil them real quick to brown the tops, and then a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you scoop out the marrow. Unbelievable. I can't even begin to tell you how good they are. What else do I have here? I have two thinner ribeyes. This will be for tomorrow. I go, like this was $5.24. I get them, like this was expiring tomorrow, so I get it today, it goes in the freezer. That's what happens. What else do I have? I have Kobe beef. This is $4.99, and this is 20% fat. This will be, what is this? This is exactly a pound, so this will be one of my meals right here. That's really good. And then I have another thing of the beef that'll be a meal. The guy told me when packages that are vacuum sealed like this, they should be flat. They should not be puffing out. That means they're starting to go bad. If you ever wonder about like what kind of meats, like the shelf life of meats, I buy things that might be expiring the next day. They're still good, but they come home and they go right into the freezer. That way they will stay good for the week. So how much did all this cost me? This is just from today. What did this cost me right here? This was $29.80. So for $30, this is tonight's dinner. This probably will be tomorrow's dinner. That will be a dinner. So here's one day. Oh, this will be a breakfast, the ribeyes, right here. So here's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days for $30. You gotta shop smart. That's one thing I do. I find the stuff that is close to its expiration code, and I have 3 days worth of meat here. I drink twice as much water as I used to drink with no problem. I don't know why I drink more water than I ever did, but it seems to work really well. So 3 days for $30. So what does that come out to? About $10 a day if you shop correctly. The average ribeye in any supermarket is going to be about anywhere between $9 and $14, $15 in a supermarket. If you get it the day before or the day that it expires, because they're not allowed to sell anything after the expiration date, they usually slash the price just to move the inventory off the shelf. So if you shop smart in a supermarket, and this is funny, I talked to the guy in the meat department and I said, when do you put the yellow stickers on? Because these move the product. When do you do that? He says, I bring everything that's going to expire back into the room, in the back room at the supermarket. Everything that has 1 day to go, he says, then we mark it down 50%. So I get everything half price. Never ever have to pay full price. Take my word for it. If you shop smart, and there's a learning curve, you'll notice different kinds of meat with different textures. Some will be cooked in an oven, some will be cooked on a grill, some will be cooked in a pan. One of the biggest challenges that I faced was boredom, because I was doing a ribeye for breakfast every single day, and then a couple burgers without the garnishing and all that stuff at night. So I found, for me, I need about 2 pounds of beef, 2 pounds of meat to keep me satisfied throughout the day. I'll have these 2 ribeyes tomorrow morning. I have a full day at the salon. I will be fine until I get home tomorrow night from the salon, and then I'll make another something, one of these things. So for about 10, let's just say I couldn't find anything on sale. It could be as much as $15 a day. But think about it. Your medications, think how much they cost. Think about what the cost of bad health is. Think about the social impact. If you're a chubby person or a fat person, you're not confident in yourself. If you're a single person, you're not going to attract people in the way that you could if you were trim and in shape. And I'm not saying you have to be skinny. I'm not saying you have to be an athlete. I'm just saying that you will look better, you will feel better, you will float when you walk. I feel like I'm floating when I'm walking. I do not feel thud, thud, thud. My life is better now. I have to look at the calendar and see how long it's been since I've been doing this. I did have a 12-day cheat period, and I was very careful. I mean, I still kept my muscles tight and exercised, some crunches, some isometric kind of stuff. I have rubber bands that I was doing things. I'm still doing body weight exercises, keeping everything trim and toned. I'm not going to do a reveal yet. Not yet. I'm thinking I'll probably do that reveal like at the end of the year, because my goal is, I've never been, here I am close to 60 years old, and I want to have the body not of a 30-year-old. I want to have the body of an in-shape 25-year-old. That's what I'm going for. So I'm not going to do a grand reveal until the end of the year. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's a lifestyle channel. I do a lot of things. I talk about a lot of things that are useful to a lot of different people. I wish you the best. If you need change, what are you waiting for? Thanks for watching me. Bye.